Are we working? Hi, everyone. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Um, I will honestly say today has been a challenge. There's been so many challenges for me today, technically, not just here, but even at work. My computer just kind of went bonkers and shut down. So, yeah, didn't get much work done today. But glad you all made it here tonight. And I was sorry, I realized that I didn't update the project information. So I got that squared away. I think I got the supplies list okay. But let's see who's here. Let's do some quick shout outs. Let's see. Starting with Miss Kinono Show. Hey, how you doing? Vera Weeks is here. Hey, Vera. Guess who it is? It's Miss Nancy. How you doing? And did you check your email or messenger I sent you? It was a question I had to you. Vera, if you sent it to the Gmail, I'm sorry, I haven't been able to check that yet, but I will check it after this live tonight. Okay, hello, Mr. Jim Bennett. How are you? Glad you made it here tonight. I keep looking over there because my camera is usually in that spot, but I put it here for some reason. So forgive me if you see me looking over there and then, oh, there it is. Okay, Pro Medina, how you doing? Donna Hoskins is here. Hey, hey, hey. Judy Hebert is here. Good evening from Georgia. Thank you for joining us so late at night. I know it's probably, what is it, 10 o'clock there? 10:30? Well, I appreciate you joining here tonight. Hey, Miss Debbie. How you doing, girl? And we got Melster Morton here. Good evening. And Linda Faust is here. Diane Watson is here. Hello, Eric and Scrappers. Hello, hello. And okay, Janice Miller is here. I see Kathleen Cham. How you doing, girl? Hope you're doing better. Out and about giving a little listen. Say hey, hey. Okay. Hi, Kim. How you feeling? Hope you're feeling better. And people are saying hello to each other. Okay, and then I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I am terribly sorry. Okay, so Miss Nancy got a jump on the question. So if you've or if this is one of your first times joining us, hello, first of all. And if you type in exclamation question, there is a question in there in which I usually just kind of throw this out on the live. And so just to get people talking or sharing. So the question of this live is, what are your goals for 2024? If you caught the last or the latest video that I updated in which we did what I called the diamond string block, I don't know what the official name of it is, but I just called it that. I was actually discussing about some of my own personal goals towards 2024 as personal, career-wise, and for this channel. So, and some people have commented in the video or in the comment section what they want to do, but I figure let's carry over this discussion to the live. So, what are your goals for 2024? Both if you want to share something personal, that's fine. What are your quilting goals? Or what are just your goals in general? So Ms. Nancy says, my goal for 2024 is helping my husband finish all his treatments and get him cancer free. Yes, Nancy, we're there with you. Let's get him cancer free. Okay, so we got Sandy Adger here. And Melster Morton is here. I think I read that, sorry. I read the solar flare caused a huge ruckus with computer and things. Oh, it definitely did. Last week I tried to do a live and it just kept scrolling. And so I just kind of had to end it abruptly. So, yep, Kathleen, I blame it on the solar flare. Janice Miller, hello, hello. And people are saying hello to each other. My goal, this is Kathleen Champ. My goal is to live my bestest life thus far, creating and making in good health alone. I think she means along with friends. That's a good goal there, Kathleen. Hello, Miss Claudette Bettis. How are you, neighbor? I haven't been in your neck of the woods for a while, and I do need to pay a visit to what is that? M&L Fabrics. So, I realize I haven't been there in over a year. That's scary. But good thing is I've been using all my fabrics here. So, let's see. Remo J is here. Good evening, crafters. Please thumbs up. Thank you, Remo. And well, look who it is. It's Miss Becca. How you doing, girl? Just wanted to stop in and say hi before heading off to bed. Well, thanks for stopping by. I know it's late on the East Coast, but I appreciate it. And Miss Tiffany is here. She's saying hello there, my friend. Hello, Miss Tiffany. And Kimber says, my goal for 2024 is to get the quilt tops made into usable quilts. Immediate goal is to get over this darn bronchitis. Okay. Kim, just cough really a good cough and get it all out. Or, hot toddies work. I mean, for me, it would be any excuse to just get drunk. Even though I'm not supposed to be drinking. But shh, don't tell my doctor. Okay, don't forget 2024 is a leap year. Do a special leap day sewing project. Ooh, I forgot about that. So that's a good one. Thank you, Diana. Let's see. Okay, people are just saying hi to each other. Judy Hebert says, in 2024, get my backlog of quilts long-armed. Go visit my mother every 6 weeks starting in March. Okay. I need to visit. Oh, actually, I need to call my mother. That reminds me. She'll be calling me and saying, why didn't you call me? Yeah. So, but no news is good news with Mom. So, okay. So since Miss Becca is here, I might as well talk about this project that she so graciously invited me to join. So, in 2024, myself, Becca, and I believe she wrote Tiffany into this too now. And so a total of 12 of us are actually going to be doing a project in which it is a quilt that we're going to kind of collaborate on. And I believe Becca will be doing a video in January to introduce this whole project. And what it is every month you'll see a video, an edited video about this quilt that we're all kind of collaborating on. I think we decided that we are going to make this quilt a row by row style. And so you'll get to see every month, each creator is assigned a specific month in which, they get to kind of, we are kind of given the freedom to kind of create whatever row for this or whatever design row, or what am I saying? Trying to design our row for this quilt in our own unique way. So I volunteered for the row that will be in November. So November 1st, Ms. Becca's giving me the deadline. Hey, November 1st, you got to have your video ready and your row done. So, but there's myself and, quite honestly, I don't remember all the other designers, or all the other YouTubers. But there's a very interesting eclectic mix of all of us, and we all have kind of different quilting aesthetics, different skill sets. So look forward to that in 2024. Again, this is organized by Soul Becca, and she's here tonight. And again, there will be more information coming out as to who's participating and whatnot. So that's something to look forward to next year. Okay, so what is the project here tonight? Well, let me switch Please, please, please work. Okay, so seems like the camera is working, although the face camera is not working, but that's okay. So this ornament that I'm doing here tonight, it's it's fairly quick to make, but honestly, this is actually the first time I've ever made this. You know, sometimes during the weekends, I just kind of binge watch tutorials on YouTube, and I found this tutorial. I'll put a link to this video when the replay goes live. But I was watching this this lady make an ornament that kind of looks like this. Now I know this kind of looks a little bit funky, but especially in the center here. But it actually is really easy and simple to make. And of course, when you start to decorate it, you start embellishing it, it looks a lot better. So, in fact, in about the 10 minutes before going live, I actually did this section. And again, this is the very first example that I've ever made. So that's how simple this really is. Okay. So what do you need for this? Okay. So these are 2.5-inch squares. I know we all got jelly rolls. I know we all got Christmas prints in here. So if you want a project where you just want to get rid of some of your Christmas prints, this is probably a project that you can do. So these are 2.5-inch squares. I'm going to be using this white and this print, or this red print here. You'll need a total of, let's see, 3, 6, 9... 18. So what's 18 times 2? That's 36 of them. Now you can, I'm just doing these 2 colors. You can do more if you want to. That's perfectly fine. You'll need some dressmaker pins here. These I think are just 1 inch long, or maybe 1 1/4. As long as they're 1 inch long, you'll be fine. 3-inch styrofoam ball. And I believe that's it, and whatever you want to embellish the ornaments on with. So I think I'm going to finally use this flower, or maybe even this flower. And then of course, I didn't cut one out, but you probably would want cut a strip for the belly band, or to cover the middle section here. So I call it the belly band. You probably want to cut a strip that is 4 inches wide by 12 inches, or maybe the full length of a fat quarter. So maybe about 18 inches. That's going to be generous enough to actually cover the entire middle section there. And let's see, what else do we need? I think that's it. Hey, Robin Taylor. Hey, girl. How you doing? Okay, Melina Montoya. Hello, hello. Tell Mom we said hi. Okay, we will. I will get Nancy. Yeah. I call Mom every other day, but she doesn't remember that we just talked. Oh, yeah, that's my mom, too. Okay, and Remo J says, I'm designing more patterns. Whoa. Wait, you designing dress patterns or quilt patterns? We have a part. We all have a part. Yep, we do. Okay, so there's a lot. Sorry, let me look over for a second. Eric, there's a lot of interest in doing a work in progress challenge. Would you draw numbers for us? I believe that was you that made the comment. You know, Diane, I'm actually thinking about doing something with that. So I might use that idea. Or I was trying to incorporate it maybe into like doing a Zoom call, possibly. Maybe starting in February or something. But I'm trying to conjure up some ideas about what how to inspire people to do some works, get some of their works in progress, because a lot of people have commented and they've even emailed me about, what they can do about getting motivated to work on some of those projects that they have lying around. So stay tuned. Okay, sorry, I forgot to explain what I'm doing here. Okay, 2.5-inch square, folding it, stack 3 of them together. So 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm just finger pressing these together. You could do something a little bit more crisp and iron these in half. So I got 3 2.5-inch squares all folded in half. And I'm going to insert one of the pins, or one pin. Now, since I'm right-handed, it's more comfortable for me to put the pin in the right-hand corner. I'm trying to get it as close to the corner as possible, but not exactly right on the corner. I mean, you don't want the pin to, or the fabric to fray and then the pin to just kind of come out. So upper right corner. Now this is the folded side of the fabric. Here's the open sides of the fabric. So I put the pin in the upper right corner of the folded side. Of course, if you are left-handed, it might be a little bit more natural for you to do it on the upper left corner and just it would just be in the opposite direction, which is totally fine. Okay, sorry. Let me see if this is a better camera angle. That might be better for you guys. Okay, so fold the square in half. Pin is in my upper right corner. That's the folded edge there. The bottom is the open side. And for each side of the ornament, so like here I got 9 of the reds and then 9 of the white. So here's one bundle of red. Here's the second bundle of red. And I got one bundle of white. Let me do the last red one. I'll fold that in half. Fold this in half. Stack them up. Fold this one. And I'll put this one on here. Okay. So I got the folded edges up here at the top. The openings are here at the bottom. For me, because I'm right-handed, I'm going to place the pin in the upper right corner. And I'm going through, oh, I missed the bottom layer. So just make sure that you go through all 6 layers. And I say 6 layers because you folded and doubled it up. Right like that. Same thing with the white, which is the right side. Yeah. Fold it. Fold it. Fold it there. 3. Another one there. And these folds don't have to be perfect, by the way. And your cutting of your squares also don't have to really be perfect. I mean, in reality, when I cut one of them, it's about 1/8 of an inch short. But this is one of those craft projects where perfection is not really mandatory. So you can kind of, this is one of those things where you really can fudge it. And let's see. Right. Oh, missed it. So I'm going to go through all 6 layers, try to get it as close to the edge as possible. There. Last one. And I can start pinning and placing on the styrofoam ball. Okay, so Remote J says both. Okay, so I guess she's making dress patterns and quilt patterns. Okay. Let's see. I have wanted to do a row by row. It will be fun to see what everyone comes up with. Yeah, actually, Donna, I'm kind of excited to see what the others are going to come up with. Oh, no, missed it. Okay. Let's see. Jackie's asking Eric, thank you for the distraction tonight. I need it. Okay, you're welcome, Jackie. Robin Taylor says, I have been making quilts for all my first cousins. I am halfway done. Okay, how many more you got, Robin? Jim Bennett says, I got my siblings' quilt top done. Not looking forward to quilting on a domestic machine. Ooh, how big is that quilt, Jim? I hope it's not a bed size. It probably is, though. Hey, Katie. That's the Greenland quilter. She's saying hello, hello, hello. Eric, we see opposite. It appears on the left side. Okay. It appears on the left side. Sorry, I think my camera, from what I'm seeing, this is the top and this is the bottom. Okay, so as long as you get the flaps or the opening, when you fold it, put the opening towards you and pin one of the corners, whether it's the left side or the right side, whatever's comfortable for you, just place your pin in that corner. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So now the ornament itself, and when you pin your fabrics, again, it's not really difficult to do. You do have to kind of finesse it a lot, though, because there's a lot of bulk, especially right where all of these fabrics come together. So here's kind of what I did. Again, let's use this one for example. There's the equator where the two halves kind of meet. At the very top, there is a marking to indicate that this is the very top, so I call that the North Pole. There's the same marking at the bottom. I call that the South Pole. So North Pole, South Pole, equator. This is just a bigger styrofoam ball. And what I'm doing then is I will take my fabric or my fabric bundles with the pins, and I'm going to place the pin not dead center, but just like a hair or thread or two away from the center, and just pin it down. Okay, so I put a red. I'm going to try, oops, you know what? Okay, if it matters to you that you want to match the two halves, then just be aware of where you place it. So in this case, I'm going to put it a little bit more towards this direction so that it matches the red on the other side. Okay. So that's the first one. Now I'm going to put a white. And how I'm going to do this is I'm not exactly placing this pin directly on the red fabrics there. I'm going to get it as close to it as I possibly can, but not on the fabric. So this will be here. And I'm going to try and kind of finagle the fabric or the red fabric under it. We do the next red again, trying not to place it on or pin it on the previous fabrics, but just right next to it. And this one will go in this direction, but I guess for now it's not really going to matter. Okay, because what eventually, okay, reason why I'm trying not to pin over the previous layers of fabric is because you're going to be fanning these out. And what I have found is if, like, when I did this side, at first I just stacked all of it right on top of each other. And when I fanned it out, it didn't want to fan out. And I just had a whole ton of bulk right there. So what I kind of figured out is that you do kind of need to place your pins not directly on the fabric or the previous layers, but kind of close to it, just so that you can cover up that hole there. So there's the white. Here's another red. And where's the last white? Okay, so I know this looks a little funky, but let's start fanning it out. So this that I got here in my fingers, this was actually the first layer that I laid down. So I'm going to push or kind of slide the others aside for a second. And I'm just going to grab, remember there's 3 of them on here. I'm going to grab the very bottom one, pull that down. Okay. Then I'm going to place a pin here at the bottom corner, or where the folded edge. So again, this is the folded edge side. Here's the opening. I'm going to put a pin right there on the corner of the folded edge. Okay, now this particular pin, I'm not going to push it all the way down. So if you can see that, it's not all the way down. It's just there to hold the fabric. And this is because we're going to be doing the same thing with all of these other fabrics going around the ornament. But when it comes to this last section of the white, you may need to take that pin out and kind of finagle or smooth out some of the bulk that you're going to see happening. So I'm just going to push the pin maybe halfway down, but not all the way down. Okay. Now, at this point, what I'm doing is I'm kind of fanning out the fabric. So I grabbed, this is the middle one now, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab a pin, place the pin on the bottom or on the folded edge, well, close to the folded edge. And I'm not going to put, again, that's another one where I'm not going to push it all the way down. Sorry, I don't know if you can see those pins. Maybe if I move it, well, no, it's out of the light. But I'm not pushing the pin all the way down yet. Okay. Then I grab the third one. There. And place the pin. Okay. This one, I think I can push all the way down, because I'm not going to be unpinning, or when I did this side, I didn't have to unpin that one. Okay. Now, as you go around the ornament, this center section you're going to be dealing with a lot of bulk. If it pleats, or if your fabric pleats in there, don't worry about it because it's probably going to get covered up anyway. But, just do your best with just kind of smoothing this out. Okay. Then now we go to the white. So I take the bottom one and oops, and I just totally pulled that out. So I'm going to repin it in there. And I've done this I've pulled the pin out a couple times. So don't be surprised if it's okay if you kind of manhandle the fabric and pull the pin out. Smoothing out the fabric. Now, from here on out, I'm actually going to push the pin all the way. Ow, and I just poked myself. Okay. Next one. Same thing. So this is the middle. Kind of smoothing out the fabric bulk here up at the top center. And I'm going to place this one right there. Push my pin all the way in. Now here. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I missed a few comments here, so let me scroll back a little bit. So Robin Taylor says she's got 11 more quilts to go. Wow. Good luck with that, girl. Jim Bennett says, I think they are both full-size quilts, quilting on a domestic machine. I feel your pain there, Jim, which is why I saved up my money to get a long arm. And quite honestly, I don't know why I did that, because the long arm's just kind of collecting dust. I got to get back into that. I know Miss Tiffany's always been bugging me. When are you going to use your long arm? Okay. Steve Norma Kaufman. Hello, hello. Oh, sorry. It's just Norma, I believe. In any case, hello. Welcome to the chat. Kimber says, I've gotten a lot of embroidery done. Only have one dish towel left for the daughter. Lucky you, because I need to get, I think about 18 more ornaments done. So when I saw this, I was like, I am doing it. Hang on one second. The battery's dying. Whoop. Okay, sorry about that. Little technical difficulty. Just the theme of my week. Okay. Where am I? Okay, so now that I'm about halfway done, or this is like this is about the midway point. You can kind of see how like this part is kind of popping upwards, and so to deal with that extra bulk that's in the center, I'm just trying to move all the other fabrics out of the way and then just try and smooth it out as best you can. If it pops up a little, I mean, that's just naturally what's going to happen, so it's okay. But or you can pleat it if you need to. but you just want to get it as flat and as smooth as you possibly can. Okay. So how many of us actually want to spend 2024 getting our works in progresses done? Because I know a lot of people mentioned that on in the comment section in the latest video, and they've been emailing me about it. Anybody have any ideas as to or what motivates you to get those things done? Let me ask that question. And let's see. Hello, Miss Nancy Gus. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Glad that you made it here tonight. I do have a couple of quilt tops planned. One will be applique chickens. The other will be strings. String sets cut into Dresdens for another checkered Dresden. That is from Kim Burris. Okay. Good night, Robin. Thanks for stopping by. Diane Watson says Tiffany is a wizard on her long arm. Yes, she is. I am not going to argue with that one. Okay, and the bulk kind of builds up at the top, so just smooth it out as best you can. Okay, so I'm just kind of reaching in there, kind of pulling it here at the top just to kind of smooth it down and stretch the fabric out. Oops. Bunched up there. Push this down in. Okay. So I'm gonna kind of smooth it out. Okay, this side is a heck of a lot easier. Okay, and again, this is actually the first time I'm doing this particular ornament, and this is the very first sample that I'm doing. So if I can do this, so can you. And I will push this pin down. Tiffany is a wizard on any machine. Yeah. But Tiffany says, not right now, I'm not, haha, but it should be fixed next Thursday, fingers crossed. Oh, that's right, I did see the post, so if any of you are in the San Diego area or Southern California area and would like to meet Tiffany, she'll be there on the 27th, I believe. Nancy says, too much going on, Eric. And I don't always get your notifications. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Nancy. Yeah, I don't know what else to say because it's not really us that send out the notifications. It's YouTube, so yeah. Unfortunately, I can do only so much about that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Is that going to overlap? Yep. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit more cumbersome and complicating when you start to, so like here is where I started from. And as you come to that spot, all of that excess bulk gets a little bit more, kind of have to finagle it a lot more actually. And what I'm also looking at here is the spacing of all when I fan out the fabrics here. So is it going to be even, or am I going to have like a section where it's really wide apart, and then at this last section is it really going to be narrow? So I'm kind of taking a general look at everything here. Which one? Why is there only 2 on this one? Did this one fall out? Wait, where's the third? Ay, ay, ay. 1, 2. I guess the third one did fall out. Okay, yep. So let me put this back in. Put it up there. I'll push all of this under. Okay, then I'll place this one down. Okay, so now that I'm coming back to my original starting point, and again, I didn't push those pins all the way down, I can easily kind of take them out, because what I'm gonna need to do is all of this here, I'm gonna have to somehow tuck it under that first section. So having the pins removed, kind of sliding all of this bulk under there. Okay, and if you have like some kind of flat tool, this is just a painter's palette. This does tend to help. So I'm just kind of pushing the fabric under these, the previous layers here. And I can start placing this one and try and overlapping all of that. Because what you don't want to have happen is these layers to start kind of puckering upwards. You kind of want to just let it lie flat, and to just kind of give the nice, or the ornament, a very smooth, nice surface there. Okay, and if you need to, I can take out one more pin. That's funny, I didn't have to do it on the first one, but, or on the other end, but this end, yeah, I do have to do that. So I'll put this one down. And I will try and get all of that excess bulk under there. Push this pin in here. Place a pin here. And I didn't fold this fabric good, but that's okay. Another pin there. And I am trying to push. Let's see if we can get all of that excess under there. I will put that one there. Push those pins down. Okay, and then I'm going to reposition these two to go that. Okay, maybe I want to unpin that one for a second. Okay, just kind of slowly work in the bulk there. It's coming along. There, I think I got it. So I'll repin these or reposition all of this, repin it down. Maybe I don't got it yet. Okay. I'm gonna push all of that in there. Yep, there. Okay, the last resort, you could kind of just trim it, in which I think I'm gonna just do that. Okay, then I can pull this over. Yep, that'll work. Reposition that. Pin it down there. Grab the next pin, pin this one here. And then that one, let's see. Oh, I'm going to pull this down a little bit. And let's see if this will work. Nope, this one needs to slide in here. And okay, let me pull this out now. And we'll slide all of this extra bulk in here. There we go. And then I can take this one and then tuck that under there as well. So that'll slide under. There, that works. Okay, so not hard to do, just takes a little finesse. Okay, and again, this is actually my first time making it, so it's not gonna, well, not bad for a first time, but I think there's certain things I might do on the next one, such as trim down one of the sides. And pin here. And pin here. Last pin. Okay. So there is somewhat of an easy ornament. The sides didn't perfectly meet up, but I'm not going to worry about that. Now, we do need something to kind of cover the top there, so I'm thinking something maybe like that. We'll have to see. Okay. Let's see. Do I have a ribbon that's wide enough? No. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, no, that's not long enough. Okay, got a ribbon here. So, again, I could have cut a 4-inch strip and then, well, let's see. Let's just cut a 4-inch strip out of a fabric. Hang on a second. And I'm back. So here I took a 4-inch strip here, and what I am going to do, is I'm gonna fold it in half. And I'll just finger press it for now. First of all, let me kind of clear up the mess here. We'll fold it in half. Then I'll unfold it, and now I'll fold the edges toward the middle, or that crease line. And I think I cut this on the bias, which is why it's kind of curling. I'll take that side, fold it toward the middle. Then I'll refold it in half. So all the raw edges are actually inside the fabric there. So that's how I usually do my, what I call the belly band. Basically, we're just going to be covering up all of those pins that are right there in the center. So, okay, if you don't want to do this, you could also use like a decorative ribbon. In fact, let me see how that looks. Yeah, on this particular ornament, that's not going to look good. So I'm going to go with the fabric. Now you can iron this so that it stays in place. I usually just finger press it. But I think I need to just use this fabric because there's a lot of bulk here that I want to cover. Okay. I usually do a 4-inch strip. You could go narrower. You could go wider. It just depends on your own personal taste. But I do find like a 4-inch strip, when I fold it or do that double fold in toward the center, it works fairly well for me. Okay. Okay, so now that I kind of got it how I want it placed, I'll put a pin in one corner, put a pin in the other corner, and this time, as you wrap it around, you kind of want to pull it taut or kind of tightly, wrap it tightly, but you also want to make sure that you are covering not just the seam here, but you want to make sure you're covering your pins to hide that. So that looks pretty darn good. Okay. Now that I'm back to where I started, overlap it a little bit, somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 inch. That's good. And I'll put my pin here. And I will put my pin here. Ow. Well, ow. Just poke myself again. Don't poke yourself. I use my thimble too. And I will snip off the excess. Okay. Scrap bin. Okay. Let's see. I do need to do something to cover up the centers there. So let's see what we got. I'll just put a bead. I'm just going to use one of these purple beads for now. So that will go there, but I don't have a red. I do have a pink, but these pink beads are not in good shape. Or maybe I'll do this one. Okay, help guys. Which one would you say? I think these are the only things or the only beads that I got that are big enough to actually cover that center. So purple or pink? Okay, so if you say purple, here's what the purple one will look like. Something like that. But if you say pink, here's what that'll look like. I don't want it to roll off. And I will be hot gluing that. In the meantime, let me do my ribbon. What did I do? 6 inches. So 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. There it is. So I will cut it here, 6 inches. Haha, Mom must have heard me because she just sent me a message. Yeah, I do have to call her back after this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of doing a different style of bow that I normally don't do. So, okay, what did I just do? Sorry, I should have walked you guys through while I was doing it. But I cut, this is a half-inch wide ribbon. It says Santa Love, Santa Love. So I cut it to 6 inches long. I'm going to just place a pin here on one end of it, and I'm going to wrap it around and push the same pin on the other end. So I have a loop. The pin is right here. There's a loop, and I'm going to kind of eyeball where, or pull it so that I mark where the center is, or the I guess where that center of the ribbon is, and push the pin right through there. So I got 2 loops now, and I'm going to repeat the process. So grab my next ribbon, place the pin, put the pin through one end of it, wrap the ribbon around, put the pin on the other end of it, kind of pull it taut, and then right on that crease that I just made, I'm going to push the pin right through there. Got 2 more loops. There, wrap it around, push the pin through, pull it, kind of crease right where the middle is, and push the pin through. That's 3. There's 4. And 5. I could do 6, but I do tend to notice that this style of ribbon is way better when it's in an odd number. Okay. And I'm just gonna kind of turn it and each one of these loops are gonna just kind of fluff out the loops. Of course, this will actually be easier if I place it in. Okay, I think this ribbon's a little sad. Okay. I'm gonna add another white one just to liven it up a little bit. And oh, this one is a little tangled. Okay, purple, purple, purple. 3 votes purple. I don't see any votes for pink, so I am going with the purple. Claudia, it's been a long... Oh, okay, she's talking. Hey, Donnell. Okay, let's see. If I go 7, will that make it look better? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's try 7. I think that might be better. Put it through there. Put it through there. And then I'm going to push it through the middle. Yeah, I think that looks better. So I'll do 7 inches instead. And I totally forgot my rule of thumb when it comes to bows, because if the ornament is 3 inches in diameter, I should do 3.5-inch loops. Haha. Mm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 25. Yep. There. Okay, I don't do this style of ribbon very often because I just don't like the fact that I gotta cut individual pieces of it, but it's a very pretty bow when it's done right. So here's what it can look like. So I did it the same way. I think I did cut this one correctly at 7 inches long. And then there's actually one there at the bottom. Okay. So that one's ready to go. Where's the center? There. Okay. Is anyone else making ornaments? That's I never did ask that question to anybody. And I see that the chat froze. I think I might need to refresh my computer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this will look much better, I'm pretty sure. Well, let me see what it looks like with both of them on. You can barely see the red, but I think I'm just going to leave it on like that. Okay. Hey, Damali. She say, I'm making a 2-color pink and white friendship quilt. Ooh, interesting. Pink and white. Okay. And Tiffany says that she's cutting fabric, having some Zen time. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just leave the red in there. Just add a little bit of an accent, even though the bow is a little smaller than normal. And hot glue should be ready now, so I am putting a dollop of hot glue there, and I will place my purple jewel right there on the center. If I put eyes there, this will be Rudolph's long lost cousin with the purple nose. Okay, I have a feeling that might fall off, so let's secure it a little bit more. Do you have a red marker? Color the pink one red. No, I don't actually have a red marker. But that would be an interesting idea. I could color these red. Thanks for that. Because it is glass. Okay. Working on son's girlfriend's kids quilt. That's a mouthful. Okay, Jim. Donna says, I made a pinwheel stuffed ornament in teal for my brother and his wife. Turned out cute. Oh, okay. We'll post a picture of it, Donna. I'd be interested to see that because I think I may have done something similar. Donna Hoskins says, really cute ornament. I think I will try this one. Okay, Donna, let me know how it comes out. And let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to move the chat up out of the way. Okay. Eric has nice hands. Ooh, thank you. Used to make a new ornament with my grandma every year. After she passed, not so much. Aww. Sorry to hear that, Jim. Okay, so this is the ornament. Again, guys, if you don't believe me, this is the very first one that I've made of this style. I just kind of found a YouTube tutorial and watched how she did it and figured, hey, this looks simple enough. So here it is. So we got this one. And this past weekend, I was working on some ribbons and doing some embellishments. So here's another one. This is one that we previously did on a live. I did make a set of these and already shipped it off to people back home. But yeah, the embellishing part is the part that I enjoy the most. So here's one. If in case you're wondering what these gold things are that are sticking out, you know, the dollar store or Dollar Tree, even Walmart has these where it's these glitter snowflakes here. And all I really did was just kind of cut them down into pieces. So cut it in half and, you know, just kind of trim the individual pieces. And this pair is what these parts are here. When I lift it in 3, that's at the bottom here. So, just being creative with it. And then I do have some few strands, so I might use it on a different ornament. Actually, I do have a few more of these that I need to do. So, yep. So you can do things like that. I took one of those green garlands and cut it up into pieces, and so just glued it right on the ornament there. So that's what this one is. I probably, since I cut this one up, I might as well use it. So I might put some of these gold snowflake particles in there. So there's another one. This one's a bit sad, but this is the folded star. And I wanted to just use up the flower, but I don't think this flower is working. So I might do something else with it, or I might add more stuff to it. Who knows? And maybe then I'll like it, or maybe I'll just put some greenery around it because the back is still exposed there. But that's another thing, another idea. This one I have yet to embellish. And this one kind of got smashed, so, but this is actually one of those ribbons where you kind of peel the back off and it's like double stick tape. You just stick it on your gift. I figure I might as well just use it on something. So that'll be another set. Do I have any more? Okay, here's another one of this is the same ornament. Still got to put hangers on these. Forgot about that. So, yeah, those are the ones. Again, this is round 2. I got the first half of it all shipped off. And so this is the second round of all of these ornaments. Okay, guys. Geez, we've been on for a little over an hour and a half, or just about an hour and a half. So I appreciate everybody joining me here tonight. Okay, is there any last minute questions? I'll stay on for another minute or so, but I just want to say that I appreciate everyone joining here tonight. If you haven't seen the latest video in the Scraps, Strips, Strings, and Crumbs series, it's up on the Treasure Heart Creations YouTube channel. And the block that we are doing, I call it Diamond Strings, but I don't know what the official name of it is, but you'll understand why I called it that when you watch the video. And let's see, I might go or do sort of like an impromptu live later, either Wednesday or tomorrow. Wait, what is today? Tuesday. Tomorrow night or Thursday night, more than likely Thursday night. So just keep your notifications on. Or if you're up late crafting and doing some last minute gifts, yeah, just look for me on YouTube if you don't get the notification. But yeah, and I will put a post up on the community group if I do in fact go on live, or if it works out that I'm going on live. All right. Donna Hoskin is saying, I will email a pic. I don't do Facebook. Okay. Okay, everyone. So thank you so much for joining me here tonight. Hope maybe some of you will create some of these ornaments, or maybe I inspired you to make one of these ornaments. Hope so. And if you do, let me know how it goes. All right, everyone, stay safe, stay warm, and yep, let's all go out there and let's all create something. Bye for now.